Loading snacks.
What's going on, everybody? Your Loaded Snacks admins are here once again for episode 2 of the Loaded Snacks Anime Chat podcast. How are y'all doing out there?
What's going on?
Hello, everyone.
So, first, just want to check up on you guys. How was your week since we last spoke?
Mine was great. Mine was good. Let me fix my light.
Okay. What about yours, Gab?
Mine was pretty good. Just the usual stuff. Nothing happened.
Okay.
Got sunburned.
Yes.
Y'all made fun of me.
I'm sorry, that was funny. I'm glad you're okay, but just the randomness of it just took us, a little left field, just a little bit.
And I'm sunburned in the middle of October. That's fine.
Sunburned at a pumpkin patch
in fall.
It happened.
Bless your soul. As far as me on the weekend, no, it was a wrestling weekend. So me, shout out to Marcus and Jokes over the finisher. We, got together and we watched the WWE PLE and had a great time, So shout out to Heather, one of our patrons. She actually jumped in because she's become interested in wrestling and watched it with us. Didn't know what was going on, but had a great time. So it was cool all the way around. It was cool.
That's fantastic.
Nice.
Yeah. She would mention things like somebody would go to to take off the top part of their gear. She's like, hold on, what are they doing? I'm like, he's just going for his finisher. That he just does that for his finisher. It's okay. Relax.
Pause. What is he doing?
Yeah. Just give a little pointers it's okay. You got questions, feel free to ask. We can let you know what's happening. But good time. So let's start at the top. What should we know, Noah? What's going on out there?
All right. First things first is Elusive Samurai got announced for season 2. As a couple things got announced for multiple seasons. Oshinoko got announced for season 3. Other important ones, and My Happy Marriage got announced for season 2.
Okay, I never watched the first season, and I just recently got my hands on it, so I'm gonna give it a shot.
Okay, Gabby, you saw season 1 of My Happy Marriage, right?
I did see my season 1. Yeah,
Did you like it?
Cute. I liked it a lot. I thought it was a really good story. It vibes with my romance, so love it.
Yeah, it was 24 episodes, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, on Netflix. I think I watched 17 episodes. It was really good. I need to finish it. I'm going to finish it.
Mm-hmm.
Both of y'all say it's really good. I'll definitely jump into it before the season comes out. To get
it was
up.
good.
Nice little plot points.
Okay.
Oshinoko season 3 got announced. That's nice. I haven't finished season 2.
I had the finale today.
Yeah, this season's a little slow for me. So I was just talking to the person I'm watching it with, Chris, and we're gonna watch it. We're gonna catch up this week. So
yeah, I think like 3. I said, I'm in the last 2 or the final episode, and they hit me with a nice little shock point, like something happened and made me sit up like, okay, what's going on here? Now we're at the end of the finale, you're giving me something, what's happening? So I'm looking forward to see how that pan out. Don't want to spoil it for people who are still catching up, but yeah.
Season 3, we should be back in the mix. We should be back in some good stuff. We're done with this lame play. We got Akane on the cover. It's looking great. They go into some awesome stuff after this. This is when they start trying to be idols, right?
You're about to say Gabby will be able to answer more than I could.
After the play, isn't it when they start trying to become idols?
Yes.
I think that's when they start trying to. I think that's their next move to fame in Strawberry Productions.
Because once the play wraps up, they start ramping up towards idol, which was kind of confusing at first because you're like, but you were idols before, but no, they're singers, so it's not idols, which is weird because you think they're synonymous, but they lean more towards the idol aspect. Yeah, in this next season,
that'll be good to watch. Just see how they break it down, like they've been doing with the past 2 seasons. How bringing down the stage play and all that other stuff, seeing the behind the scenes and some of the dark stuff too. That'll be real interesting to see come 3rd season.
Yep. That'll be interesting. It's definitely going to get better for going from here, and it's going to just be interesting. That's all I can say.
I don't like the way you're looking when you say that, Gabby. Apparently,
it's going to be interesting. That's all I'm going to say. And that's all I want to say.
Okay.
Yes, yes, yes. Next is in the manga world. Hunter x Hunter has officially returned with great news. Their 30, I believe it's 37th volume dropped, and chapter
Dang.
101. And they said they did. Togashi said he did coloring all the way up to chapter 420, meaning we should get Hunter x Hunter. It's officially back in Weekly Shonen Jump for
Hmm.
the year, which is awesome because what happened with the Dark Tournament, like where they went to, they opened it up to One Piece levels of possibilities once we get to the Dark Tournament. And I mean the not Dark
Dark Continent. Dark Continent.
Dark Continent, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
With the like in the latest chapter, no spoiler, but Gon's dad
Mhm.
says that there's 5 threats in the Dark Continent that are more threats, like bigger threats than the Chimera ants. And we lost the strongest of all the hunters
Yes.
against Miriam. Yeah,
Mm.
so going forward with that much going on, there's a lot to see what happens. Yeah.
Kudos to y'all.
Mhm.
So that's continuing. That's awesome. Other than that, Gushing Over Magical Girls has gotten a season 2 announcement as well. I forgot to say that one. That was
I
a
saw that.
I don't think I've
premiere.
seen that.
I was about to say,
That
have
was a
y'all, have either one of
premiere.
y'all seen the first season of that?
I saw like the
Mm-mm.
first 3 episodes, and I never really finished Etchies. I just watched like
Okay.
3 episodes to
Oh,
see
it's an
how.
etchy.
Yeah, it's like a
Okay.
That's
supreme
probably why I haven't
ecchi,
watched
like
it.
a Yuri
Oh God.
ecchi. It's basically where this girl becomes like it's magical girls, and she has like an obsession over magical girls, and then
Me and Gabby
she
both
gets
grabbing
like
our phones. That's what I'm laughing at.
she
Just put
gets
it down.
like yeah, she gets like random demon powers, and then when she goes to fight the magical girls, she actually likes them, but then she finds out she likes them so much that she enjoys torturing them, and then the torture turns into like sexual torture, and so yeah, it's pretty over the top etchy, and she's just a little stronger than all the magical girls, and she plays this evil witch,
Oh,
but
I've seen her.
yeah.
Oh, this. Yeah. Oh.
The
Oh.
animation is really good, and that's probably what got me to episode 3. But
Got you.
usually, unless it's High School DxD and it's got like a genuinely funny characters and a good plot, I can't really stick with an etchy. So
Got it.
This
yeah.
is
I,
interesting.
I knew that's what you were thinking the whole time you were on your phone. Like Gabby's gonna write to this as
Hmm.
soon as we're over, as soon as we're done.
Yep.
We didn't even get finished. Okay, next.
It is a Yuri. It is a Yuri. Yes.
Magic
Um.
words.
Also. What is it? We found out that Dragon Ball Daima is coming to Netflix. We found that out last week, which was very interesting because Toei and Crunchyroll have a very long and strong relationship. So,
I mean, maybe
Netflix
they're.
pays.
I mean, yeah, maybe they're looking at like get more eyes on it. You know what I mean? It's probably will still stay, I guess, the way it originally released, or is it just exclusively going to Netflix?
It's possible. It's just the logistics of that just don't make sense to me because Goku's Goku. You're not getting no new people into Goku. Like you can, of course, but I'm saying like the lasting value that will come from a project with Goku's name is going to come from just every Dragon Ball Z cartoon and comic book fan, you know what I mean? He kind of
Yeah,
brings everything together to just check out Goku. And we're going to find out they played Super in the Portuguese town. The government played it, you know what I mean? A
yeah,
screen for
yeah.
everyone to see. They going to
Saw
figure
that.
out a way to watch it.
Oh
We
yeah,
don't need it to be on Netflix, which is why I'm wondering if usually the only way I would think that they would go to Netflix because Toei hasn't put anything on Netflix as a primary source yet would be that the contract is so big that it's like undeniable. But I'm like,
right.
one, they're releasing Daima, which nobody was really expecting, and then two, they're putting it on
True.
a platform that people don't necessarily go to for anime. So it's just interesting. Netflix is obviously number 2 over here, probably for anime besides Crunchyroll.
But maybe that'll
They've gotten
help
a lot
by
bigger
putting Diamond on there. Maybe Goku will just help bring in more anime viewers to the platform, and then go look at some of the other content they have on there.
for
So
sure.
yeah,
It's definitely possible. But me and my strong hate for Netflix, I never approve of them getting anything.
Strong hate.
So
He's a
that we'll just see how
strong
that
hate.
is. But
I'll be back on
um,
Netflix come January. Unfortunately,
right, because they're getting wrestling back, right?
yep.
So,
They got me.
other than that, we only have 2 more episodes before My Hero ends. Um,
Then I can finally binge it.
there was another announcement I had. Yes, and you can finally binge it, and I think that might
Yes.
be it. I think that might be it. I got an abridged version of
Mhm.
my notes because I think I deleted my other notes, but there was no
Okay.
major announcements or news from last week. Oh, um, the Junji Ito anime aired, Uzumaki. That one was excellent. I've watched 2 episodes. It's thoroughly creepy, but the
That
animation.
is terrifying. Absolutely
You watched
terrifying.
it?
I love it. Yeah,
Yes, it is amazing. I'm sitting there by
it's
myself
great.
and I'm just watching. I'm just like, what the fuck?
That's
Huh?
exactly.
Like,
I might watch the first episode just so I can.
I'm sitting here with popcorn, just like under a blanket, going, "Oh, this is."
yeah, I'm just watching. I'm
See,
just
see,
sitting there
now,
like,
see now.
I'll just be sitting there and I'm just like,
I
huh?
do this shit with
Is that a
Corpse Party,
snail?
so
I'm like, where did the snail come from? They put that motherfucker in a cage?
the
I'm
snail
like,
was kind of confusing. I will admit.
everything's
It's
confusing.
just a. I
Girls,
mean, it's
Lady
usually Ito,
Gaga
of
hair.
course.
I'm like, that shit was confusing. And then they murked her at the end of the episode with the lighthouse flare. That
Oh, they
shit was
didn't
crazy.
care. They just didn't care.
That shit definitely
Go
is.
watch it, Sid.
I would watch it
Go
with
watch
you.
it.
I would watch it with you.
Yeah. Let's have a watch party with it.
Oh, I hate y'all. Possibly. Let us know. Let us know in the comments if y'all would like to see that or hell sit in on it. Like it's
Please.
Gabby, stop. Stop putting gas on the fire, please. Stop. All
Oh,
right.
also,
Yeah.
No.
what's come out? Oshinoko live action has officially aired on Amazon Prime. So if anybody wants
Ah,
to go check that out,
I do want to
Sin,
check
I know
that
you
out.
said you
No.
want to see that.
Yeah, I would do
You
want
can
to
go
check that
watch
out.
that. Tell us how
No.
you like it. Yep, because
Okay.
I definitely won't be.
I
But
will not.
any of the I've seen a couple good live actions, but I'm still not trusting them yet. But if they go for some of my favorite titles, then I might at least check them
I
out.
mean, Oshinoko seems
I
like
You're
might at
a,
least check
a
them out.
easy one that you can't really mess up too bad. You know what I mean? Like, because it's not like full of fight scenes or
That's
fireballs and
fair.
stuff like that. It's more just kind of just grounded in the trying to be an idol and figure out the
Yeah,
murder and all that type of stuff. So it's easy to pull that off.
Yeah.
I definitely
See, my
think
live
they
action
can.
was spared. Yeah. Go
Mhm.
ahead now.
I definitely think they can. I just don't. I'm just also not that interested in Oshinoko's story. Like, I think it's great, but it's not something that I personally am like super interested in. Like, I need to see it again in a different fashion. So
Yeah. I just think with Oshinoko, it does feel like it would be easier to do live action, but because of I think how the animation style is and how they do such bright colors and the details of the eyes and the specific animation styles, I know I wouldn't be able to be as interested in it as I am in the anime, just honestly
Do-
sometimes solely because of the animation style and the
yeah,
colors. So
I
that's
yeah,
get
something
that.
that I know I would have a hard time just
yeah,
kind of
I'll check out the first
getting back on.
episode and let y'all know. How I thought
Mm.
about it.
yeah.
So
Watch it. I'm not trying to turn you off
Please
to it.
do.
no, I'm
Definitely,
gonna watch it anyway. Yeah, just
definitely. I just
Yeah.
want to get the
come back
people
and be
what
able
I.
to talk about it. Content.
Right, right.
So yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nah, I definitely say go for it.
Mhm.
Also, 2 things that I remembered is that one, there's a lot of episodes that aired, and so far I have seen from my memory, Don to Don. Has anybody else seen Don to Don?
No, because like I was explaining before, my thought process was let me wait to watch it with us for our weeklies. But since y'all did, I'm gonna go ahead and watch it probably this
I
evening
have
once
not
that's over.
watched it, but it
Gotcha.
is on my list of to watch.
Oh
Okay.
my goodness, it was so good. From action to voice acting to
Well,
comedy. Pull up
Yeah.
the thing real
hold on,
quick and click on Don to Don.
I was
If
saying, hold on,
so,
we'll
we
get to
can
that
Yeah.
when we get to the weeklies. We'll get to that. We'll
I
get
just
to
wanted to
that.
see who the voice actors were. But
I don't think
the
it
main
says it
character
on there.
voice actor, if it doesn't, check my anime list because I'll bring it up because yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't say it
But
there.
the voice actors is great. Is Tanjiro's voice actor as the main, and then the girl is who is she? I forget, but she's someone great also. Oh no, she's a newer role. Never mind. But both their voice actors are amazing. The animation was crazy. The comedy had me dying. Action was great, but not stick too long in that one. Definitely watch that one. Bleach was out of this world. The storyline pissed me off, but the animation was beautiful, and it's just it looks so good. Um, what else is there from this week that has dropped? Obviously Uzumaki Blue Box, that was great. Um,
Yep.
and then the other one oh, Mecha Ude. I wanted to give that one a shout out. It
How is
had
that one? It looks good.
it looks good. Then he said it gave him little kid vibes. I'm like, first of all, we watching anime, so half of it is little kid vibes. But second of all, I didn't feel that. I thought it was dope. It seemed like just a
Okay.
shonen to me, and the animation was top tier. It's called Mechanical Arms, basically about as far as I could tell from the first episode, which they didn't give much, is about a world where there's these sentient robots that kind of attach to you, and they can work with you to become strong. And then there's one that was lost by the government, and it was the main character finds it when he's running for some reason. He's just walking through an alley and he finds it, and it happens to be like this legendary arm, of course, because he's a shonen protagonist. So now I guess he's got the strongest arm and it's working with him. Yeah.
So since we're talking about it, let's go ahead and get into the weekly.
See, click on it. Click on it. When you click on it, it should tell you the voice actors. No.
No, I think you're right when I actually bring it up.
Because if so, go to my anime list. That's don't lacking if it don't got voice actors.
What site is this again?
Boom. This is anime list. Annie list.
Okay.
Annie list. Yeah.
Annie list. Okay.
Yeah, I use
like
the Annie
they
list.
have the countdowns on Annie list.
It didn't change screens on the shared screen.
It didn't?
Nope.
It's stuck on one screen. There you go.
Okay.
So yeah.
Oh, I see why.
They have different headshots. It's a little harder to recognize, but I can tell that's Gojo's voice actor in the middle bottom. That's Tanjiro in the top left. And then bottom right, I can recognize him, but I can't remember what he's from. And then yeah, this one was definitely shout out. The animation was really dope.
I did watch this one.
The action was really cool.
I love the colors and the pictures. I want to watch this.
It gives me Trigger vibes. Like that's what kind of like the
I
style
can see
of
that,
action, like the bright colors, the high octane, fast pace, action.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
you're right.
It definitely gave me those kind of vibes. It is a little weird. I don't know, some with the mechanical arms, just trying to wrap my head around it as it was happening. It's interesting. I'll give it some episodes to see how it goes, but colorful and action was top tier. And yes, it looked beautiful. Yeah, so yeah, this is definitely.
And besides that, the last thing I want to say too was that Sparking Zero dropped today, and we all gonna play it. R.I.P. Akira Toriyama.
Absolutely.
And after this is over, I'm gonna jump on it myself. Now let's continue to the weeklies.
All right, so let's get back to sharing this and look at the runnings from the top for the weeklies, since we're talking about those. Like you mentioned, Don to Don. So we
gotta update your ad blocker.
Well, I don't necessarily use it on here like that, but that's for a different time. Uzumaki, like y'all said y'all piece on that. You already know we all love ReZero here.
All these top ones I'm watching.
Yeah. Blue Lock, we already know that's on the list.
I did watch that one too. I forgot. First episode was good.
Okay. Yeah, I watched that one.
They showed a bunch of different colors. You notice the animation upgrade a tiny bit, but they're still going to show us that fucking Cheddar Bob 3D when the action starts. I hate it.
Nah.
Bleach.
But it looked literally better.
We know that's on our list to watch.
Yes,
it and is. We're doing our weeklies on Wednesday. Am I correct with that, Noah?
Yeah.
Okay. Gabby, are you joining us for the weeklies on Wednesdays?
I will try.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So we already know we have done.
The reason we're watching Wednesdays because, first of all, my whole Twitter feed is ReZero right now, so we can't let a day go by without seeing ReZero because I'm not getting
spoilers. Yeah, spoilers. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
this one is too many plot twists to let it just keep going. So the rest, I don't mind.
Is anybody watching this one here? I know I am not.
Yeah, Spirit Chronicles.
Yeah,
That
I
I
know.
have that one on the list to watch. You watched the first episode now?
I watched the first season. This is season 2.
Oh, this is season
Um,
2. Okay, I
yes,
haven't
Yeah,
looked into it much yet.
I
yeah,
will say it's just your standard isekai. If you have anything
Okay.
like Jobless Reincarnation or Konosuba, hint hint hint, those
mhm,
ones bump them way up because
gotcha.
this one's good, but it's like a 6 out of 10. I just watched it because the
Okay.
first season I watched it. I like
Okay,
the fantasy and isekai, so I'm always like, what's gonna happen next?
yeah.
Mhm.
So
For those who
it's
are
definitely
listening,
for
we're actually showing these on the screen just in case you're just wondering. Just so you know. But
yeah,
continue.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah.
I have
Fruta,
Yeah, I haven't watched season 1 yet, so I'm not gonna. I haven't watched any of it, so I'm not gonna
I haven't
dive
either.
into the third season. So
I didn't even know there was a season 1.
I have Blu-ray on my Plex, but I haven't watched it.
right, right. Shangri-La season 2. I still got to finish the first season, but I probably watch this once it's all said and done.
The
Because
animation was great. Fight
yeah,
scenes were great. For some reason, I couldn't get connected to this one, and I have deduced that it is the lack of stakes. Like I feel like just that him at the end of the episode, he logs out. You know what I mean? So it's like
mhm,
Yeah.
nothing just feels like it feels like he's trying hard, but it feels fruitless because at the end of the day, he
I get
logs out,
that.
goes to the store. So
I
for
get that.
me, I wasn't a huge fan. I'm gonna continue to watch it. I plan on going back and catching up on some stuff. This is gonna
Yeah,
be one of them just for the fight scenes, but I
yeah.
understand why people like it.
The
I
action is
do
top
understand.
notch. Like
The
yeah,
action is definitely great. It's
yeah.
really good. Characters are funny. Animation great. Voice actors. They got Blackbeard's voice actor and stuff like that. They got some. It's good.
Alternative Gun Gale 2. I know that's for me, not
Has
y'all.
anybody seen it yet?
I haven't watched it yet.
I'm interested in Gun Gale. Sword Art Online I gave up on, but I'm interested in Gun Gale.
Okay, okay.
So I
So
haven't
yes,
seen it yet, but it's on
I
my
haven't
list.
watched this yet, but it's definitely on my list of ones I'm
Hmm.
watching. Scroll down a little further. This one, I can't remember what the
She's an
actual.
assassin maid.
Yeah, I watched this. I watched this one last night. I like it.
Hmm.
Great animation. It's funny. It's entertaining, and I think it's going to be a good story at the end. Not like romance wise and nothing like that, but just them kind of helping to find each other. Like he's dealing with some trauma, like from his mother and stuff like that, and she's trying to be normal. So she's kind of contracted out to him to be a maid, and she has her quirks and she's clumsy and all that kind of stuff, but she's a badass assassin. They're just trying. First episode, they're kind of feel each other out and things like that. Some touching moments. I think it's got a lot of potential. So I enjoyed it. So I'm gonna keep that one moving.
Okay. I was gonna check it out, haven't yet, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a
Yeah,
first episode.
yeah, solid.
This one I love
Tensei.
the first season.
All right, this is the second season of this one. Tensei
I told y'all
Kikuko.
about that. It's really the second core because it just dropped last season. And
Okay.
I told you this is the one where basically he's reincarnated and has the power to see
Oh, the
LeBron James
Aristocat
and
one.
infantry. Yeah.
This the reincarnated
He
aristocrat
can
or something
tell
like
like
that.
if you're an infant, it's like you're gonna be LeBron James, you're gonna work at McDonald's. He knows out the gate. So it's like he built a team of just all those people on his team are like super unsuspecting, but one of their stats is like 100. And it's really good concept on the isekai, similar to that one of the guy who wants to kill himself. So that's why I
Mhm,
like the isekai fantasy ones. Because at first I was like, this trash shit, but now I kind of look at it as like, what are they gonna do with this one?
mhm.
As long as it's not the vending machine one, you know what I mean? Stuff that's too out of pocket, then I'm like, I'm
Yeah,
here. I'm here for
That was
12.
a bit
I'll give you 12. Yeah.
yeah.
That
Let's
one's
see
getting
what
a
else.
second season, surprisingly.
Okay,
What?
this one, 365 Days to
Yeah,
the
it is.
Wedding. I watched this. I enjoy this. Like, I really want to see how it all turns out, and this is pretty fun about these two people that work at a travel agency,
Yeah.
and a position is opening up in Alaska. And they said if you're like married people, you're pretty much fine. They're getting the single losers out of here and sending them to Alaska. So the two main characters do not want to go. They have their own
Right.
reasons. They don't want to go, so they're going to fake being married and try not to get sent all the way out to Alaska. But of course,
Oh.
right, it's supposed to be all like, all right, we have a stage. It's going to be fake, and they go in to tell their boss, and keep mouth shut, keep it on the hush. Don't tell too many people. They're trying to keep it as low as possible. But of course, the boss blows it up to everybody, and now everybody knows is making a huge deal out of it. So now they got to get further into the lie. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So
That
yeah,
sounds
yeah.
adorable.
It
Oh,
was a
you
good
was
first
really
episode.
watching some episode ones, huh?
Yeah, I
I see
was.
you. Yeah, this is out of character for King. That's why I asked. So
Hey, things have changed. We do the weeklies and stuff like that now. Like so, yeah. So
yes,
you
sir.
know,
Good
I
work,
don't let.
soldier.
I have my certain ones that I binge just for myself, but now, yeah, I
That's okay.
I watch. So
What is it? What was I gonna say? So I didn't check out that one. Usually, because I watch so many weeklies, I
mhm,
usually get overloaded on my rom coms. You know
I
what I
feel you.
mean? So I only do so many romances at a time. And last season I did Losing Too Many Heroines and Aaliyah in Russian.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So that was 2 in 1 season. So this season I'm probably not touching any rom coms
I figured with the season one,
unless it
like
popped off.
with the episode ones, I know the ones that we said we're gonna watch for our weeklies. I said, let me just stay away from those and just watch these this weekend. And I'll
No,
catch
I
them up.
mean, still check them out if you find one that you think is a hitter. Let
Oh
me know to
no,
check it out too.
no,
Yeah.
of course, spread the love. All right, we got this one down here.
Click on it and see if it's got the English name.
Yeah, maybe switch over to this tab.
It doesn't. Hold on, let me
No,
see.
Oh, here.
oh, you got it, Gap.
Let's let this grieving soul retire.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's it.
Mm. I don't know if this was on my radar just yet.
The woes of a man who just wants to retire.
I do. I do.
Mm.
Looks a little haremy.
I'll wait to see what people are saying about it before I add something else. Ramna, that's
Ah,
Ramna for me.
sourced from a light novel.
Oh, okay.
Ramna, I haven't watched it yet, but Map is doing it. I'm excited to see it. I haven't seen the original stuff at all, but I've
Yeah,
I
heard good
love
things.
Ramna.
So
Ramna's
I have
definitely one of my.
all of their manga, so I'm very excited for this one.
nice.
This one, I'm kind of waiting for a few more episodes to come out before I start it because I know, especially with their animation style here, if I get into it, I'm gonna want to get into it. So I think I'm gonna let this one save out.
Yeah, Ramna's one of my all-time just favorite animes, and it's like my main comfort food anime, just to put something on in the background and
Hmm.
just while I'm just doing stuff. So I'm so excited about this. I'm definitely gonna watch the first episode. So I stayed away from it for the weekend because I was focusing on other stuff. But
Okay.
I'm super excited to watch this.
Okay.
Super excited.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Daima. Yeah, we know that's gonna be on our weeklies.
That's gonna be our
You know,
weeklies.
yeah,
It
that's
looks
definitely
the
gonna be.
animation, everything. I'm super unhappy about this as a big super fan, but the
Really.
Mm-hmm.
animation and everything looks good. Toei is like trying out some new stuff with animation with One Piece and stuff like that. So we know that they have potential because of the Broly movie.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna see if at least the fight scenes are good,
Okay.
We're definitely gonna be there.
This evil one. I downloaded it, but I didn't have a chance to watch it yet.
I
It's a
watched.
villainous one.
Yeah, the
Yep.
villainous one.
Yep.
Yeah.
I watched it. I loved it. Oh my
Oh,
god.
okay. So you loved it?
Yes.
Okay.
It's about a villainess who excels as part of like a dark magic user. And basically it's kind of about her adventures being because the actual title is I'll become a villainess who goes down in history. She wants to be the most evil villainess she can be. And of course, there's gonna be some comedic effect to it, but it's based off a light novel. It's really cute. I've read the first book of the source material,
Hmm.
so I was really excited for this one going forward.
Awesome.
Nice.
All right. So I'm glad I snatched that one up. So I can go definitely check that out as well.
Hmm.
AO No Exorcist. I'm definitely gonna be watching this. I didn't watch last
Yes.
season, but at the time I was watching seasons 1, 2 in the movie just to kind of get reacclimated with everything. So probably next week I'll
I
blow through
call this
season
one
3.
Jujutsu Kaisen if it didn't have good animation.
I can get that.
Literally.
Yeah,
Oh
but
dear.
I'm definitely looking forward to continuing with this. So I'll be watching that. That will add on our weeklies, but I'll be
I like
looking
Blue
forward to that.
Exorcist, so I'll definitely be watching.
Okay, what's this one over here? We got Amagami.
So I think in the future I have a cool thing that we could do, Lo. And I
Yeah.
think
Find not.
one, I think you should use my anime list for this one because it's got the English and Japanese names. But two, then you can save your information. And something that I see other people do on anime podcasts is they'll go through, see the votes different stuff they have. Like I have my top favorite voice actors, my top favorite characters, etc. You save them onto your account, and then people will say we're going through each other's My Anime list. You know what I mean? So for instance, we'll just go through and see what people have. So like I have years of shit. I think I have Fairy Tail rated like a 9 on there for some dumbass reason, but it's on there and it's interesting, and it'll just be like stuff we can go through and talk shit. Like, no, why the hell you got Fairy Tail rated a 9? You know what I'm saying? So like when you see like if you scroll down to the one that had a Japanese name, then it'll show you it also has the English name as well. But later, make an account, and then when you have some free time, just go on there and save some of your information. There's no way you can save every anime you've watched because we've watched so many damn anime.
Right.
But every now and then when I'm bored, I'll just go on there and add like 50 of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just rate them. So
that's kind of, we can use this while we're over here now since they do have the English titles. So let's just.
It's something interesting to I like AniList because I feel like they have the better trailers, but I feel like this website's a little bit better
and
put
I like,
together.
Oh no, they have it. Not like AniList because it has the times too of like when stuff air.
Yeah.
The order
this one
of
does too,
how
but
they
it
do
doesn't
it's
have
different.
it doesn't have the like when you click on it, it'll tell you, but it doesn't have the like clear countdown timer.
Yeah.
Since we're here, we already know Daimachi. We're gonna be watching on weeklies, so.
Daimachi, we definitely gonna watch. My Elf Yor mommy. She's literally Elf Yor. The first episode I watched it. Yes, it's Yor's voice actress and Ryu. Ryu, have you seen any of the recent seasons? Gabby of Dan
For which
Machi.
one?
Dan Machi.
No, I have not.
Have you seen it all?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. I think you would like it. But the
Dan
voice
Machi.
actress of this elf girl is Ryu, and she's Yor's voice actress, who's my favorite voice actress. Her and Amelia, obviously, but she at the first episode, she has this season last season where she gets really close to Belle. We lost him. But Belle,
Oh, this is the picking girls in the dungeon one.
Yes, it's good.
I always forget its Japanese name.
Beautiful. Okay. So he saves this girl last time he did, and he gets really close to him. And this isn't my term, but the internet uses this. They call him Captain Save a Ho, and that's what they call him because every season he gets a new girl that he saves.
He gets a new girl, Captain Save a Ho.
So Ryu this season, the first season, I was like, it's time to see my elf Yor, and then I see her, and then he gets too close to her and like shares his feelings, and she gets too embarrassing and slams him into the ground. And I was like, I told you. That's Elf Yor. She got too embarrassed.
Let's slam into the ground. You're so embarrassing me. Like look away with the hand in the face.
Literally. So that one.
Hey, look, he's back. I was talking to no one. We disappeared.
I know, mid conversation.
Welcome back. He's
slight technical difficulties, but back on track. Okay,
we can edit out because we didn't even say much.
We were talking about something that wasn't new.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, but what were you saying
Dan
about
Machi?
Yeah.
I was saying that Ryu and her voice actress, I was saying she's Elf Yor, and I was saying this isn't my term, Gabby and YouTube, but people on the internet call Belle Crannel Captain Save a Ho because each season,
everyone.
I mean, you know, I don't even have to explain it. So you know, anybody who's watched Dan Machi knows he fits that nickname perfectly. Like
people that don't watch Dan Machi know he's Captain Save a Ho. I know he's Captain Save a Ho.
Yeah,
like I'm going through season 4 right now because I never watched season 4.
See, that's all about Ryu the elf. But
no, I haven't got that far yet. I know it is, but I haven't got to that part yet. He just met up with the mermaid monster.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, so and what's the name? The Fox girl just did her new she just did her new magic technique and enhanced
like everybody. Emotionally, how much you like the story. The first season might be the best because it has the awesome scene with the strongest girl. But overall, like production wise, I think that season, the 4th season, is the best season.
But Mommy Yor
this season,
Mommy Yor and Aisha are my 2 favorite characters.
She got too embarrassed by what Belle did and slammed him into the ground and made a whole hole in the ground. I was like, see, that's Elf Yor. That's literally what Yor would have done. And it's the same voice actor. So I love her. And that's
definitely on our weeklies. Blue Box. I did watch that. I like it. Beautiful animation. I was a little confused about where they were like, where are we taking this story? Like, what's going to be the little twist? And by the end, when it was all said over that first episode, I was like, okay, this will be kind of cool. I'm going to stick around with this one and see how it turns out. So,
Let me
Interesting.
sing this manga's praises. This Joan, I do not read romance at all. This one had me hooked. I haven't finished. I think it's got like 160 chapters.
Okay.
I read up maybe to like 90 chapters. I haven't finished it
So
just
it's
because I was
only
reading so much stuff.
160. Easy.
Right, but it's so good. It's just the perfect mix of the nail biting action moments you get from sports, as
Mhm.
well as the butterfly feelings you get from a good romance. And the
I do
characters
like
are
butterfly
great.
feelings.
The fact that my
The
guy
main
plays
characters are
badminton.
normal.
Like, okay.
The girl's the ace of the basketball team, so it's really this one. I predict is going to be one of the new like major romances, like what's that one? Not My Happy Marriage, but Apocalypse. Well, yeah, My Happy Marriage, one like that. I really think it will be.
We talked about those.
Sports
Definitely.
anime, rom-com.
You
Locked
usually
in.
have a little bit of both, but they don't usually dive in so hard on both. And this one they do. This one they do.
The
Let's
order of
see.
this one is different than the list we had previously, so
It
we might
was,
be
yeah.
skipping a few
Yeah.
of them. Yeah.
Yeah. So we
Yep.
have
I'm
Loner Life
looking.
in
I don't
Another
think
World. Yeah.
I saw episode 1, 4 out of 10, but we'll see it. We'll see
Okay.
3 episodes.
Gotcha.
Loner Life.
Mm-hmm. We talked about Villainous. We talked
Right, we
about
did.
Let Them Grieving.
What is Tower of God
Um,
season 2?
That's
It's
continuing.
only
Uh,
yeah, I need to finish the first season.
Yakuza Fiance I'm interested in. So when the first episode drops,
I am interested in
I'll
that.
check it out. Yeah.
I want to see that one.
I'm
Yeah.
interested in that. That one I may watch, even though it's a romance.
That one up there on the left, that's the one we were talking about before we switched over. That up one.
Top left.
Top
Up
left.
one more. Yeah, there you go.
This one was the one we tying the knot. That
Within a
has
comic.
an interesting. I don't know. It's got an interesting.
Does anybody
plot.
know what an Agami sister is? Because I'm assuming that's
Agami is their last. That's their name.
Oh, okay.
They're the Agamis, and
okay.
he goes and lives at I think the shrine or something. And he's
Is he?
like,
Are they the same age? Is this some grooming situation?
I think they're. Hold on, I got it up.
Because there's been a
Okay,
lot of
I
grooming
don't know.
romances lately.
She said,
"I don't know. I'm going in blind." Listen,
it says he lives with the three. Not only will he be living with 3 beautiful sisters, which is the Agami sisters, but he learns he must marry one of them to take over the temple. So he's got to marry one of these 3 sisters.
All right.
So
I'm not sure how old they are. I'm not sure if they're triplets. I don't think it sounds like it, but one's probably younger. One's probably older.
You're probably going to watch it and let us know.
I will watch it and let you know. It seems like it's up my alley.
We're going to have Gabby grind an anime now that we on the weeklies.
Yeah.
Right.
I did check this one out. Goodbye Dragon Life. I did not like the first
too.
episode. I didn't like the first
It
episode.
was one of the Benny and I only the main character. I hate isekai or anime where it's just one character is interesting, and that was the main character was like 3 out of 10 interesting. So
yeah,
the girl was super annoying. I was like, I'll give it another episode because sometimes, like I said, you never know with these fantasy ones. Sometimes episode 2 or 3 it picks up, but
yeah, but that one, if it doesn't pick up, it's getting dropped.
yeah,
for sure.
This one in the middle. So we were talking about Madhouse. This one's by Madhouse. I haven't seen it, but hearing Madhouse did it, this is what I was talking about. Are they back? We don't know, but I'm gonna go check it out. I've heard great things.
Okay.
And
I watched another one
by
by Madhouse. I did pick up a Madhouse thing. I was watching that this weekend, but I haven't seen it show up yet.
That one on the top
big
left.
Words in this one.
Say again.
The top left.
In which one?
Big words in this one, talking about heretical ideas and theology and beliefs. I'm like, okay, how deep we're gonna get in this anime?
Yeah.
The orb on the movements of the earth.
Yeah, I was looking at the description here, and it's like all philosophical, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I believe it's a historical fiction, which I love those. My favorite.
It says it takes sense in 15th century Poland.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What else?
And then the one on the top left, I think he either gets reincarnated or comes back, and he's like the leader of the strongest guild. I haven't checked it out, but I'm going to.
Okay, I'll check that one out too. What's down here?
Kenshin.
Well, Kenshin, that's on the weekly.
First episode was so good. I love Kenshin. It's unfortunate about his writer, but
Suma Show, I did check that out. I thought it was going to be cringe because of the concept of it. It actually wasn't though.
His
It actually
beloved
was kind
wife,
of like
10 years since he doesn't feel alive. And only
basically he loses his wife, she dies, and it's just him
Oh.
and his daughter.
and his
10
daughter,
years
yeah.
go by, and she shows up on their doorstep as a little girl.
Mm-hmm.
The
And so,
mom?
yes, yes, and of course she has to. You're saying you're my wife, and how can we believe that? And she literally just runs down through everything. Like, you remember when you fell and scraped your knee? Remember when this happened? And yada yada yada. She just breaks it all down, and now they're trying to deal, with it because
Yeah.
she's been reincarnated. She has her own family now. She's somebody's kid and stuff like that. But she'll still come over every day to make like a bento box for him, and they haven't moved past the grieving process. They haven't moved past the grieving process of losing her. So she's trying to kick their ass. She's trying to kick their ass into gear about you got to get past me. You know what I'm saying? I'm living this new life now, but y'all got to get past it and move on with your lives. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see you stuck in the house all day. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to see you.
Interesting.
Yeah, so it's kind of cool. And like she constantly makes reference to the fact that I'm a kid. I know you're happy I'm back, but it's creepy. It's gonna look away to everybody. She constantly makes sure to say that. Like if he tries to take a picture of her, like you see him taking a picture of a little girl, it looks weird to everybody. Don't do that. She's constantly telling him to stop because he's just so happy.
You don't know that's not related to you.
Yeah, he's just so happy to have his wife back in his life. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's kind of wholesome in that kind of way, seeing them get past the grieving process, and she's helping them with that. So
I'm definitely gonna have to check that out then.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I feel like
there's definitely. Yeah, it definitely sounds like some waterworks.
Yeah, for sure.
There's not enough blood, murder, and betrayal for me, so I'm gonna give that one a pass. What about we're in a gory mood, Gabby? What about the top left one? The top left one.
This one is the healer who's banished from his party.
You gotta click on that one. Name's too long.
Yeah.
I can't see it. Hold on.
Okay. The healer who was banished from his party is in fact the strongest.
I feel like you could have.
I see another blue-haired person. Is this reincarnated as a slime?
So I did watch this one.
Okay.
And trying to remember it, and I can't.
Well, that doesn't bode too well then. Yeah, that doesn't bode
it
too
does.
well.
There's way too much anime I absorb at once, and sometimes it's just like the next day I'll be like, oh yeah, now I remember. But that one, what I will say is there have been like 5 healer anime within the last year. Not a single one has missed, including the one y'all are all thinking about. Redo healer. It's like no.
Hey, I enjoyed it for what it was.
No, that shit. I could never promote that shit.
I enjoyed nothing.
That shit. Okay, but
that man was diabolical.
So far, it was decent. I remember it was enough to keep watching. So we'll see.
Okay.
Like I said, a healer show hasn't missed yet. I think the concept is a little stupid, but the show is usually good.
We like stupid.
We have Demon Lord 2099.
That's true. This one I don't think has come out yet. Maybe I'm wrong. No. Wait, the 13th? No, it hasn't.
No, it hasn't dropped yet. No,
not yet.
Yeah. Not so many's Book of Friends season 7. Definitely won't be watching news season 7.
Yeah, so. Season 7.
The Do-Over Damsel Conquers the Dragon Emperor.
I want to see this.
Okay, intrigued by the name.
What's the studio? Scroll down. JC Staff. Okay.
Yeah, JC Staff. Yeah.
Theme: time travel, demographic shoujo. Yeah, female MC. Okay.
All right, down for that.
My alley.
Let's go.
We already talked about Mecha Uday.
We talked about it.
Mm-hmm.
Retry R, I think, is a.
Oh, I did watch that. I did watch Demon Lord Retry R.
Isn't it a continuation of something, or is that because Benny told me he's seen something of that same name before, so maybe he was mistaken.
But I think so because this comes off like a first episode, like a brand new thing. Yeah, but it's not as entertaining Overlord just yet. Like just kind of starting off, guy makes a game, ends up in the game as the Demon Lord. Pretty much.
Don't compare this slop to my goat.
But it was interesting enough that I will keep up with it because it was funny, it was entertaining, like just sluggish in some parts to me. Like it has potential to take off though. So I'll give it a few tries and see where it goes. Okay. But solid, interesting enough premise, like the way they're handling it. So
I'm really cynical of the lower tier ones this season because we have so many AAAs this season that I'm like, that story got a hit, man. Because I'm like, I know your budget ain't there. I can't complain, but that story got a hit.
After School Hanako Kun Part 2. Didn't watch the
That
I'm
first
excited
is,
season.
for these little shorts because I don't think it's part of the main story, from what I
isn't it
understand. I
called
think it's
Toilet Bound
That's what I thought.
Hanako-kun?
Yeah, that's what I thought,
Toilet
but it's
Bound
not that here.
Hanako-kun. Yes. Yeah.
This is
So this
after
is just like
school.
this is like an after school little, not shorts necessarily, but just like little other things. They really
Okay.
do need to make a season 2 of it. I'm very sad there's not. But I think they'd have to remake the whole anime because season 1 incorporated and switched a lot of the plots from the manga. So there are stories that are in the wrong places. So if we
Okay.
did have more toward the Bound Hanako-kun, they would have to start from season 1 again if they wanted to do it right by the manga.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Other than that, they did it one for one for like the actual stories that they did do in the right
Right.
order.
I've always been interested in checking out. I haven't yet though.
I absolutely love it.
Let's see. We have
So read
negative,
it after today.
positive, angler.
Nice.
Sound like a fishing anime.
Yes, that is a fishing anime, and I wonder. I don't want to stick on each one too long because but I mean, honestly, it's a great topic at the beginning of each season to go through the weeklies. But this, I do wonder why they don't make more anime of shit that they do in Japan. Japan is a huge fishing country,
True.
like top 3, if
Sure.
I'm not mistaken, in the
True.
world. And only because their population isn't that big. But like they do, like I feel like we should have like a fishing like Tokyo Drift, you know what I mean? Anime, like just remake the damn movie if you're not gonna make an original story. Like I feel like we should have archery. I digress, but that's one of those that's like, why haven't we had this yet? You know?
Gotcha.
So
Yeah.
I'll check out episode 1. I can't say I'll be watching it because I don't really care about fishing, but I do wonder why they don't make more stuff like this.
Got you. See, we a second season of MF Ghost.
Motherfucking Ghost.
I'll get around to that eventually.
It's great. It's really good. Really good car anime.
Nina the Starry Bride.
I watched that one. It's so precious. I'm
Really?
going to love it. Yes.
Okay.
It's about a girl sold into slavery by her brother.
Oh,
And she ends up with her captor, who is a prince, but instead of
is she
like being like
Daenerys?
a whole,
That's what I was
slavery,
thinking.
no.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Is she a Targaryen?
Look.
No. Her captor, the prince, does not want her to live the life of a slave. He wants her to become the princess.
So
it
it's
kind
My
of
Happy
goes
Marriage
off-
with a different universe?
Yes, pretty much.
Okay.
Was going through
Okay.
my head. I
First
was like, hold
episode's
up.
cute.
Is this
I love
is this Daenerys? And Gabby recommended this could be just a whole bunch of debauchery. We got to be careful here.
I mean, politics are probably going to get involved later down the line, as does with all these kinds of things. I mean, Fluffy Paradise. Fluffy Paradise is adorable, and then politics, and I'm like,
And then politics.
Somebody mentioned this
love
earlier.
Paradise.
How I attended an all guys mixer. That's the one you mentioned, Gabby, earlier.
I have heard good things now from 2 people, Gabby and that guy on Instagram who's like, because no one asked. He also has recommended it, so I'll check it out.
Yes, it's very good. I think
We
it's
got a-
hilarious.
Seven
Okay,
Deadly
okay.
Sins season 2, Knights of the Four Apocalypse. We have that.
I got to watch the world premiere of that season with the voice actors, which was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Nice.
That's
And
awesome.
it looked dope. I almost dropped season 1 because there was a questionable episode, but season 2 action, I saw King Arthur and I forget the other guy's name, and I was like, okay, I'm interested again, and it looked really
Gotcha.
good. So we're gonna add that one to the weekly.
Blue Maburo. I've been seeing this around. Not sure what it's about. Blue Maburo.
We saw the trailer. That's another thing we're gonna have to do in the future.
Watch the trailers.
Watch some trailers because Benny and I do that every season. Is go through this list and watch every trailer before the season starts.
That's a good idea.
Let's see what else we have here. Ooh. Let's see, Love Live Superstar.
That's a season 3.
Yeah. So that's
Yeah.
a no. Acro Trip comedy. I'm probably gonna stay away from that. Magala
Those look check your hard drive ish, so I didn't even look at the trailers.
Yeah, Magical Girls Inc. It's labeled as action. Who knows? Possibly. I'm not sure on that one.
Maybe.
Sailor Moon. She ain't no Sailor Moon, so I'm good.
Right. I did watch the first episode of Trillion.
That
Game.
was pretty cool.
Madhouse.
Here's my thing about yeah, I was confused. This is like Madhouse, like D Team. That was like hentai
Yeah,
art. I'm
I
sorry.
didn't. I wasn't a fan
Like,
of the art
Gabby,
style
if
at
you watch
all.
the episode, you'll notice it was literally like, can you click on it? Does it have a trailer? It does. It has the little YouTube thing. But if you see, it literally looks like a cheap hentai art. Like no
Yeah,
lie.
it looks bad.
Like
It
you can
does
see
have
from their
cheap
faces.
Yeah,
hentai art picture style.
Yeah.
Yes, I can see.
yeah.
But the concept is really cool. The concept is really cool. Just a smart kid and a kid who's really ambitious and wants to make 100 trillion yen, which is $672 billion. I googled it,
Okay.
and
Look at
it's
you.
over the over the last over the last few seasons, we've had some really good ones that have had like mediocre animation and not much fantasy to them,
True.
being
Hmm.
Viral Hit, The Fable. So I'm trusting
Hmm.
Trillion Game. Don't let me down,
Hmm.
Trillion Game.
Okay.
I'm trusting you,
It
and I'm gonna
might.
dive all in with Trillion Game. So we'll see what happens.
Let's see. Toei, Ura, Rate, Mahong. That's not even English at this
Yeah, I don't
point,
think
is
we
it?
got an English name for
Yeah,
that one.
but this
Mahjong.
one I was interested
Mahjong.
in. I need
Mahjong.
to.
It's Mahjong. The game.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mahjong. Is it Mahjong or
Mahjong.
is it Mahjong?
It's Mahjong.
Okay. Is your
My
in
grandmother
fastest
plays it
right?
every Tuesday.
Really?
Yes, she does.
It's the ultimate old people's game.
She's like, I got my Mahjong girls over. I'm like, Grammy?
Hey, I
So
hope
I
I
think
have
I'm gonna go
homies
ahead.
to play games like that when I'm her age.
I do want to see this one though. Give it a shot. The first episode.
Yeah.
Now that I know it's about Mahjong,
Yeah.
maybe I will.
Yeah. Supposed to be some
It might
drama
be
and
like
some
high stakes. I don't know if they do the pressure high stakes right. Like Kaiju, Kaiji, the first few
Kaiju. Yeah,
episodes was
Ultimate
boring to
Gamer.
me, and then
Yeah.
it turned into Heat. So I'm like, hey,
Maybe I can impress my grandma
yeah,
by
What else we got
looking
over
through
here?
a
A
terrified
terrified
teacher.
teacher at a ghoul school. Comedy,
Looks
fantasy.
like another background comedy one.
It does indeed.
Yeah.
Satellite. I'll definitely check it out. I like those ones.
Hmm.
This one in the middle I did watch. Jake and I watched this one because the art style is very interesting. It looks like it was drawn with like digital chalk or something.
Yeah.
The
Um,
stories of girls who couldn't be magicians.
I definitely won't watch anymore just because not because it was bad, but it's not really my vibe. But if you like magical
Check
girl
it
stuff,
out.
I recommend it because the art was really dope.
I do like magical girl stuff
There you
when it's
go.
not
Hagakura,
Doki Doki magical girls.
fantasy, some
Yeah, I haven't
independent
seen this one.
builders. Yeah, I haven't seen that one either.
I haven't seen that one.
This
Season
is just
2.
season 2. Yeah, no, go past that. Prison tennis, I'm behind, but
I'm behind. I'll
I
get
will
there
be watching.
eventually.
But yeah,
Forever
exactly.
behind on Prince of
I'll
Tennis.
get there eventually. We need to do another sports anime grind. So that forced me to watch a lot of sports anime I hadn't seen and that I needed to
Hmm.
see. So
Well, hey,
That was a fun time.
We got Prince tennis right here. That could be one.
no, I'm saying like remember when we watched a bunch for the Olympics to talk
Oh, for the
about them?
yes.
Yeah,
Oh
that
yeah, we
forced me to
binged.
watch a bunch.
We
I
should
had
have
them just
done
like
that again this year.
you know what I'm saying? I just had a bunch in the backpack and a bunch of those we ended up watching.
Mhm.
Another one, golf right here.
I'm Gucci. Season 2.
Gucci on golf.
I don't even want to watch golf in real life. Why the fuck
Neither
would I
do
want to watch it
I.
animated?
See this one right next to the golf one, not the dog one. The dog one looks
I was gonna
Dope.
say, are you
just for the
talking about
dog
that
though.
fucking corgi?
But this
Murder
this one,
Murder
mystery?
Mystery of the Dead.
Mystery of Murder of the Dead just looks interesting for the
It
plot
does.
alone, just because it's set in like a zombie pandemic, and I'm like, ooh,
Ooh,
zombies.
Yeah, they've been
So
diving in on zombies lately. So
yeah,
okay.
so I haven't looked too much, and I haven't watched a trailer on this one, but I think I'm gonna check this one out.
Definitely drops November
I'll
14th.
check it out too with you.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm there. I'm there for that.
Now we're
This is
getting
like,
down into
yeah, to
the
stuff that we wouldn't be
these are the
watching.
indie artist
Speak for
stuff and stuff
yourself.
Yeah.
like
Look at that cat.
This one of yours, Gabby?
Sure, it's got a
Neko
cat on it.
Needs says she told you, son. All I can tell is it's cat uncle. So it looks like
It's
something cat
comedy
uncle.
and 1 minute
There
episodes.
is no English translation name.
Like the episode's a minute long, so you can have at it, Gabby.
Yeah.
The story follows an ordinary old man who one day suddenly is reincarnated as a cute cat, and the president of the company he works for picks him up.
1 minute episodes.
Yeah,
my God,
And
I'm
then
ready.
they have the O&As down there in the movies too. If you keep
Oh yeah.
scrolling, so we got the
Oh,
continuing
Continuing, yeah.
My Hero. You know
My
we
Hero
on that.
Academia,
One Piece.
not for long.
One Piece. I haven't watched anything since Egghead. I've been holding strong, but my guy Kizaru just came. I mean, not Kizaru.
Uh,
Santomaru?
The
yeah,
ice
Oh,
motherfucker.
yeah, yeah.
oh,
Um,
Aokiji.
Aokiji.
Yeah, Aokiji.
Aokiji
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kuzan. Yeah, he just came back, and when I see him gas up, that's when I'm like, oh, I can't wait. I've been reading, but I haven't watched that
Delco's
one.
Nursery. Has anyone seen that? I just
Mm-mm.
found out about it and it looks really interesting.
Oh, actually, I watched the first episode when it aired last season. Yeah, I did watch the first episode, but I didn't keep going.
Okay.
I want to watch it. Gonna watch
Go for it.
The season 2.
And I know you're caught up on Fairy Tale. You've been liking that
it.
Fairy Tale. Word.
Love it. We just had I'm a big Gajil and Levy fan.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
Fairy Tale 100-Year Quest really expands on their relationship. It's involved probably I think the most out of all of them. And it makes me very happy
Yeah.
because we just had the episodes confirming everything. I don't want to spoil it for
Awesome.
people, but I'm
Got you.
super
And
happy.
Sengoku Yoku down there was another one too that I highly recommend. I've been watching it weekly. I'm on the second season. They're fully adapting the manga all the way to 47 episodes. So
Oh my
that one
god.
is a super
That's cool.
interesting story about like Japanese lore, and lots of action. I definitely recommend that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we have a good list of what we're watching for our weeklies, what we're watching as individuals, and we'll make sure we'll be back to talk about these each week with you guys. So y'all can make your judgment if you want to join in watching them or discuss with us and all that type of thing. But Gabby, let's get to the topic before we get to
Yes.
Thriller Park. So what
You
do you
also
have
forgot a
for us?
huge one, the Gundam live action too. You didn't even talk about that. We can go next week. Next week, go ahead. But
Yeah, yeah, we
the
can
Gundam
get into
live
that.
action is the one, and the Beastars continuation because those are the ones you've seen. What I mean,
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch the last season of
I
Beastars when it
have
drops.
mixed feelings about Beastars.
same, very
Very
mixed.
mixed feelings about Beastars.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
A little cringy.
But the
First
Gundam live
season, I
action, I will
liked.
be watching. I'm
Gundam
not
live
really
action.
interested in re-catching up on Gundam, but I'm interested on watching the new shit they make, new stuff they make.
Got you.
Is there such
Yeah.
a thing as catching up on something like Gundam?
It is.
I
I've
did
been
it with Fate.
slowly but surely. I've been going through Gundam. I'm just stuck in a series that is difficult to get through right
That's
now.
like me trying to fully catch up on Digimon, and I am not succeeding at this moment.
Mm.
Digimon had too many on-running series.
It's true, but I loved it. And I
But
still
go
love
ahead,
it.
Amazing.
Gabby. What you gonna hit us with?
So, talked about our first experiences with anime, how we got into it. Now we're going to talk about a similar thing, but this time it's more focused on anime games. What kind of, if you can remember your first few anime games, what got you into the anime games? Is it just the anime or did someone recommend it? First, about anime games. Go. Who wants to go first?
Anime games. Anime games. Well,
Or I can go first while you guys think. It don't matter.
I've always been
Yeah, you go,
attracted
or I'll
to.
kick single first.
Yeah, I've been attracted to anime games just because I like anime. So whenever I see anything with that type of art style, I instantly get intrigued. Then I'll start to go look into the game and be like, oh, this isn't a game that's for me, or something like that. So they always get my attention with that.
Hmm.
Um, anything like I'm really heavy into them right now. Like a lot of stuff coming out. The Altair franchise I've been looking at for years. I want to get into, but I know that's an investment because of how many there are. But with the new one coming out,
Which one is it?
Altair,
Altillier.
Altair. Okay, that's what it is.
Altair.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well that one. But with the new one that's
Y'all
getting ready to
correct
come
me if
out,
I'm wrong in the comments, but I'm like 90% sure it's Altillier.
but at least y'all knew what I was talking about. But
Mhm.
Yeah.
that one, they have a new one coming out with a new protagonist and kind of like a new world. It's like I guess a starting point for people who haven't been into it. So I am buying that one off the jump when I get that.
Mhm.
I know we've talked about Fire Emblem, how much we love that, Gabby.
Yes.
Fire Emblem,
So much.
Three Houses, so good. I still on and off like am going through like another house to this day. Like
Yeah, no.
so,
I love it.
classic stuff. not an anime, but still in the world, the Yakuza franchise, I have been a fan of since it first came out on the PS2 to this day. I'm playing through one of them right now. Uh,
Hmm.
so good. Storylines are so strong in that game, and it's fun just running around and just seeing the city come to life and all those type of things. The new one game I do want, the was it Fractured Dreams, the new Sword Art Online that just dropped. I'm gonna get that sooner than later, like probably by the end of this week. I want to play it so bad. The only reason I didn't buy it when it dropped because I didn't read what the story synopsis was, but it's like okay, they're doing like a Xenoverse kind of thing with it, so okay, that's cool. And I've been seeing people play it online, so I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, as far as like me getting into anime games, it's just I will see a Bleach game. Oh, Bleach, I know Bleach. Let me get that. I will see a Ramen game. Oh, it's a Ramen game. Let me get that. So it more so I think started with fighters of the animes that I was watching, Dragon Ball Legends back on the Super Nintendo and all that kind of stuff. But of course, as you get older into anime, you're branching out between all these different shows that aren't just about fighting and all that kind of stuff. You learn about the franchises, and it just opens up your eyes and your palette to different type of games. And I just love the creativeness of the Persona series. I love I'm trying to think of some other ones, but those are some of my like favorites and big ones. Like every single year when the PlayStation has their golden week sale, I'm on their wish list, putting this one in, looking at all the trailers. We pick a couple new ones. Like, yeah, that's like one of my favorite times of the year for gaming, just because I know all those stuff that I wouldn't usually be able to get. Now I can get them, maybe a discount. If I like it, I'll pay regular price for it if I like it enough. Like, it's all good. But no, I'm big into the anime gaming stuff. I have a nice library on my PlayStation that I have to get to of stuff.
I know
So
you were just finished playing the Fairy Tale one too. So
yes, just knock that out. Like I said, I'm gonna get the next one when it comes out, part two. But you know, I do have some gripes with their storytelling in certain games, like that, and like some of the Sword Art Online ones where they don't really do cutscenes like that. It's a picture. It's a picture. They may shake the screen in a fight, then it's over. I'm like, can y'all just stop this corny? If you're not going to animate it, stop this dumb shit. I hate it. It drives me crazy. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me when it comes to that. What about either one of you?
How about you, Gabby?
So I think all of my, if I had to pick where all of my like anime games or anything stem from, it's kind of, I think it's obvious to anyone who knows me. It started with Pokemon. Pokemon has been in
Mm-hmm.
my life
I
since the
always
very
don't
beginning.
even think about Pokemon as an anime. Like I
Neither do
know it
I.
I don't
is,
either.
but like I
Yeah.
separate
Yeah,
like the stuff from my childhood from it
into
when
its
I
own kind of thing.
until someone reminds me, oh yeah, that was an anime
Yeah,
video game.
Pokemon's
Right.
an anime. I didn't realize
Hmm.
Pokemon was an anime until I want to say like maybe 8 years ago or something. I never really
Right.
considered, 10 years ago. I never considered it being an anime. But it's like
Yeah.
it's an anime. I'm like, oh, that's right. It came from Japan,
Yeah.
and it's an anime. But when I
Mm-hmm.
grew up, I just thought it was a normal cartoon. But so as always, and to today, I own almost every single Pokemon game and always will. But going from that kind of into what I consider, I guess, true quote unquote anime games in a sense
Mm-hmm.
that I started associating with an actual anime. I had like the Naruto Council Game Boy game. I had the One Piece Pirates Carnival GameCube game. And like they had mini games
Was
and they
hold up,
had like,
Pirate Carnival was that on the
yeah,
GameCube?
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
I remember I was I was away visiting somebody at college. I came home and on the way home, I had to stop, had to go pull off and get that game. I was so looking forward to that game. I
Mhm.
came home, popped it open, put it in my GameCube and started it up, and I heard them talk, and I cut it off and never put it back in the Game Boy ever
The
again.
English version.
Yes,
Oh man.
Yeah, that's
the
the only
second I
Together,
thing
started,
about that one.
hey, I wish I was learned.
together.
I turned that thing on and started playing it, and they started talking. I almost threw up in my mouth. I took it out and threw it in the closet. Just never just went back to it again. Like, nope, I can't do
Yeah, I haven't played
it.
it since I was little, but I keep it for sentimental reasons.
I get
But
that. I get that.
I did play
Understandable.
it. Somehow I played it, but yeah, those are always big. And then I didn't really get into a lot of other anime games until I discovered that wasn't Pokemon, honestly, Pokemon or anything, until I discovered things like Fire Emblem and all of those kind of. I'm big into more role playing
Fire Emblem
games
is a
than fighter games.
JRPG, right?
Yeah,
Not an
yeah,
anime game, right?
Uh,
yeah.
it's
No,
anime.
no, it's a
Okay,
JRPG.
Yeah,
I'm just
it
making
is.
It's a
sure. I
JRPG.
Yeah,
was like, right? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
No, if we
But I
count
don't
those,
know.
that's fine because
yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
wondering. Yeah, that counts.
No, it started off as a JRPG. I mean, it still is a JRPG. Now I think
Right.
most people consider it more of an both an anime and a JRPG just because it has so much behind the franchise now that it
Mm-hmm.
kind of can go in that category.
Hmm.
Um, but games like that, and I absolutely love everything about it. But anime games are good. I don't play as much of them related to actual franchise series as I kind of want to. But I just started getting into more One Piece and Digimon ones. So that's kind of what I'm starting on the Switch. But I'm into them. I'm not definitely not as into them as much as Sin plays them, but maybe that's
And
just
that
because
13 Sentinels
it's
knowing that we gotta
Pokemon.
start running at some point. That 13 Sentinels we were talking about playing and running.
Which one's
Oh
13
yeah.
Sentinels again?
It's supposed to be really, really good. It's on the PlayStation.
Yes, I do
You're looking
remember.
at the screenshot and stuff now. Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I do remember.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm so down. Dude, I need to get a Switch, honestly. But
Yes.
oh, were you done,
I
Gabby?
will-
Sorry.
Yep. I was done. Nope. I'll have three
Um
Switches soon. You can borrow one of mine.
I just
When
need
the
to
Switch
purchase
2
one
comes
just to
out, I'm
make
getting the
sure.
third one, but I'm never getting rid of my other ones because they're either customized or the special edition.
Gotcha.
Right. That makes sense.
They're all
Yeah.
Pokemon.
Of
I
course.
think my first I guess Pokemon was some of my first ones too. Um Funny story, I can't remember which Pokemon it was. Maybe it was yellow. Is Mewtwo in
Y-
yellow?
Mewtwo is in yellow, red, blue, and green, but green's
I
only in
think it was
Japanese.
yellow. Right. I think he was in yellow and my brother had a Game Boy Advance Zach and he was playing it and then he let me play it and he just went to sleep. And while I was playing it, I went and found Mewtwo, which I don't think he had found yet. And then I ended up killing Mewtwo and then saved the game.
So
And back
you
then, you could obviously only have one save. I don't know if you can have multiple saves now, but you could
you
only
found
You
him,
have.
got
can
him
in the
killed, and
way
then
of switch
resaved.
profiles.
Okay.
Diabolical. Straight
Yeah, you
And
can't.
diabolical.
I didn't
You still
know
only
that.
have one game on a cartridge, but you can have multiple save files on different profiles because of the Switch.
Right. Yeah, and I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I thought I was like, yo, I just killed the boss, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I thought I was gonna impress him when he woke up. He was like, no, what the heck? He's like, you saved the game. Beat
He
the
could never
whole
complete his
game.
Pokedex.
Never.
Younger brothers always.
Beat the whole game. But I'm sure he remembers that to this day. But other than
Scarred for
that,
life.
Yes, yes, he does.
I think that and the Dragon Ball Z Game Boy Advance games were my earliest anime games. And then
Yeah, Rom knows mine.
after
Yeah.
that, I'm trying to remember if there was anything before the earliest Naruto games on. I don't think I played any other anime games until um until I moved into that's when we moved with Mario and then he had this friend who could mod games and I had only seen I don't think I had seen yeah I did because I was older than that at that point. I'd only seen Naruto in the library and I didn't even know it was coming to the US. I didn't know it was going to be an anime. I didn't even know it was an anime. I was just
Hmm.
reading it and thought it was dope. And then when I come, he had this modded GameCube where you could switch a button on the back that someone of his game modders made and turn it to Japanese. So then we put in the original Naruto GameCube game and there were all these different characters. I think I told this story last week. And so that was the
Yeah.
first like anime game I really got into, I think, besides like the other Dragon Ball Z games. And I think there was Dragon Ball Z games on PS2 before that. So I want to
Yes,
say I
I was
probably got
playing
into
Legends on the Super
Budokai.
Nintendo. Yeah,
No,
Hmm.
I never played
and
any
then
on
Budokai.
Super Nintendo because I never owned a Super Nintendo. But I had a Game Boy Advance and I definitely played those. And I think I played
Yeah.
at my cousin's house. I think I played the Budokai ones, which may have been before the Naruto games. And then there's just not that many. Honestly, no offense, but Japan sucks at making franchise games for anime. There's like three
Yeah.
positive franchises that have consistent games, and that was Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, and Pokemon, and that was pretty much it. The rest of them are like hit or miss. You've got some good ones, like you've got, you know what I mean, like One Piece Burning Blood, which is a pretty decent game. You've got
Yeah,
like
my only problem with that is they tend to recycle the same play style, and
right.
it just annoys me at this point. Like, get
To
creative.
me, I'm personally okay with that. I think that
I'm fine with it with Naruto. I think that's because that's the first one.
shonen, like action shonen, should have a Naruto style Ninja Storm game, in my opinion. It's so easy and it gives us content from a game. They just have to do it right. For example, the Jujutsu Kaisen game didn't do it right. Right. But I personally think it would be dope for because at the end of the day, most kids just want to play their favorite character and button spam.
That's true, yeah.
You know what I mean? We don't.
It's a shonen game.
Yeah, we're not really looking for anything interested. At least I wasn't at 16. I was like, let me play Sasuke. Fuck the rest.
No, I get that. Yeah,
let me play Sasuke. So that, and then other than that, yeah, there was Dragon Ball Z. One Piece had them, but I wasn't really into One Piece that young.
One Piece didn't have a lot of video games, honestly, until now. To be
like
completely
Game Boy
honest, they were
Advance
very
games, didn't
rare.
they? I think they have a couple Game Boy Advance games.
They
won't
had
be
a
surprised at
couple,
that.
but I don't think a lot of them were even over in English.
Yeah,
probably not. I wouldn't have even looked
Yeah.
for them. Is my point, because I didn't
It
even. I
took
wasn't
One
even into
Piece
One Piece
some
at that
traction
point.
to start actually releasing games a little bit more.
Yeah.
One Piece has never really
regularly.
been a game franchise.
Nah,
be
they've tried a
completely
couple times and like unfortunately it's never clicked with there. But that's like I said, I don't understand why Bandai just doesn't get some, because they literally make Souls games, which are considered some of the best games ever. I'm like,
Mhm.
give me a Naruto RPG. Like, give me a One Piece storyline game that makes sense. I don't understand.
But see, that's
But
your first reaction. One Piece does not make sense.
I mean, I'm saying like they could give us like for
Right.
example, Lord of the Rings had those games back. I don't know if y'all remember on 360 and PS2, where you just ran through the basic story and you could play as every character. The amount of serotonin I
Oh, okay.
had playing those games, playing Legolas and Gimli and all those different characters, and it wasn't too intricate. You just went through the movie story. I just feel like they need more of that. I mean, they did that with Kakarot. They've done that with like 5 Dragon Ball Z games.
Yeah.
You could just release it arc by arc. You could literally drop a One Piece game and keep dropping DLC of each arc.
And look, that's what I've been saying. Like, start with East Blue.
So
You don't need to go past that
time.
and just do that.
Yeah.
And you can just keep
And
growing.
just drop it arc by arc. Because Oda literally writes the stories to these One Piece games, and Oda's the GOAT. But that One Piece storyline to the World Quest game was poop. So I'm like, just go through the main story. So, but it is what it is. That's pretty much I think all. I played lots of JRPGs, but
Love them.
as far as anime games, that's about it. I mean, we've got Jump Force and stuff like that, but those are newer age.
Yeah.
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 Still pretty cool. All right. Thank you for that, Gabby. Greatly appreciate it. So before we get out of here, let's talk Thriller Park. We started our new entry last week with episodes 1 through 3 of Rainbow. So let's just give our takes and our impressions of what we watched and just our thoughts. So, Gabby, I'll let you set it off.
I better not start. I'm trying to remember.
Fair enough. Let me go ahead. I'm very intrigued by it. I thought a good 3 episodes to kind of introduce the people, the world. Right now, I can't wait to see the main.
Okay, I remember.
Yeah, I can't wait to see the main prison guard take an L, like a really bad L, because him and the doctor are disturbing. It has enough the shock value kind of parts that happened I wasn't expecting, but interesting enough to keep us entertained and going. And I'm really looking forward to seeing more of the main characters' backgrounds. And I'm really curious about where are we taking this story, because it's it takes place in 1955, and you have these delinquents. They're all here for a different reason. Like, I'm wondering, is this one prison guard going to be the main adversary for the entire run of it, or they're going to end up getting into some issues with other inmates or things of that nature? Because I can't see him being the main adversary the whole time. Maybe just for this primary arc, because he hates Bro. He hates Bro so much and wants to break his spirit. And he just can't do it, so he's taking it out on everybody else. So I'm definitely interested to see where it's going. But right now, I'm locked in and I'm enjoying the ride so far. I'll say that. What about you, Noah?
Yeah, I like it a lot. It's got a good intense factor to it. It's a little I don't want to say it's a shock pool, but no, not yet. I won't say that yet.
Yeah,
It's not a shock pool
No.
yet, but it's reaching a little bit. It's reaching a
yeah.
little.
We had a couple moments.
I ain't saying it's a
Yes,
shock
we did.
pool yet, but
Made us gasp.
yeah, Granny was going crazy.
She was working. She was
Stop.
working that young boy.
Granny,
He was
We
Granny,
suffering.
did not need to animate that.
Granny
They
was
really
Welch's
did. We
grape
didn't
in
have to
that
see
young
it, but
man, and we definitely did not need to see.
Just think of it. Someone went in and drew that to animated, cut by cut, and then put it together to make it motioned and thought,
Wait till
yeah,
you
this
watch.
is okay.
Wait till you watch Gushing Over Magical Girls. That's what I sit there and think. I'm always like, a group of adults all agreed to this. I mean, honestly, when you think about it, the animators are just doing their job, the artists are just
yeah.
doing their job, but the writers and producers
Mhm.
are like, yeah, and the director's like, yeah, do this, and then he gives
Yeah.
it to the producers, and they're like, all right, this is cool.
You know what? No,
But
no. Let me say this.
That's a fair
I don't
assumption.
know if you picked this up though, but the past few weeks, is it me or has Gabby been a menace in Thriller Park? Like she'll say
Why
something
are you
so
just
out of pocket,
noticing this?
and then and then and then when we get in our bag, she'll start chastising us, trying to
right,
put us in timeout and telling us to
right,
be quiet.
right.
I am not the Phi Warden for no reason.
But yeah,
Oh, but continue.
that
Uh,
it's definitely interesting. And what was I gonna say? It's interesting how they all have different charges, but they're all in for the same stuff. But it's in the 50s, so who knows? One guard keeps getting away
yeah.
with um beating the hell out of them, and then someone keeps trying to protect him because he looks a little he looks like a creep. We'll just use that word. He looks like a creep, so he looks like he's trying to protect them, but he's not really trying to protect them. He's just trying to, you know what I mean,
No, he's
see something that he wants, not
protecting
harm.
booty holes.
That
Hmm.
which
That's
is
what he's protecting.
very strange.
He's a
So
Yeah.
it's definitely got me interested to see what's coming next. I liked it.
Mhm.
All right.
I liked it a
Gabby.
lot.
Definitely at first, I can already tell it was something that was thrown off by the art style for me, just because art style's big. But as soon as we kind of got into the first episode, I was definitely kind of on board with everything. But the storyline, I want to see where it goes, just like you were saying earlier, Sen, because right now we haven't kind of seen much of a plot besides maybe they're all going to try to escape. We had an escape thing. Maybe it's just about their daily lives. Are they going to open it up? Or are we just going to stay in this one cell? Is it going to be all about the guards?
Mhm.
Which I don't know. Is it going to be that kind of experience? It could go in like 10 different ways at this point. So I'm
Yeah.
interested to see where it's going to go. I like how they have already initially developed each character with their nicknames, which kind of helps
Mhm.
you see a little bit more of the personality. They explain their crimes, which was, their crimes are nice, but the severity of the crimes is interesting because some are definitely like, why would that even be in there with someone who's done something like this? So
Yeah.
I don't know if they'll ever explain how they broke up the system. I'd be interested to know that too. Or is it just, hey, find someone willy nilly, they stole a piece of bread, throw them in jail.
Yeah.
But overall,
50s.
yeah, I really like it. I'm excited to see the new prisoners that hopefully they'll introduce, just because I'd like to see some more good guys, some more bad guys, because I
Mhm.
can, see we need more than two, even though these two are terrible.
Yeah.
Technically, we've had
Yeah.
three, I guess, with Grandma. Um,
Oof.
but
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And I also wonder if we're gonna ever get any flashback to a storyline after it's continued. Like, I can't remember the brother and the sister. I can't remember the
Mhm.
brother's name. But are we ever gonna get like a where's the sister now? Or like, because I'd be interested to see that kind of stuff too, but I don't know how many seasons this has. I know this is like what, 25?
It's like 26 episodes, and I think it's just one season from what I can tell.
Okay, so maybe we will, maybe we won't, because it is like 25, so that is longer than a 12 short series. But I
Mhm.
think it has a lot of potential, and depending on where they go, it could make it or break it.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to this week, getting more of these questions answered, and seeing if they maybe go the direction that maybe some of us are hoping for. But I'm looking forward to the ride, regardless. However it turns out, we had a great time with it last week. I intend for us to have a great time with it this week. So if anybody out there would like to join us, just hit the Beacons link you see floating right above our heads. Jump into the Discord. We have the rules for Thriller Park sitting right in there. You can join with us 9:30 on Thursday. It's going to be a great time. And like I said earlier, if y'all want to watch those weeklies we say we're going to be watching every week with us on Wednesday, around what time you think we're going to jump in, Noah? What are you thinking? Like,
probably like 7, but give or take, depending.
All right, yeah. So
probably about
join
7.
the Discord.
They're all EST, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So easy thing to do. Either hit us up on Discord, hit us up in the comments under here. Join the Discord. You'll see us in there hanging out together, watching stuff. Feel free to join in with us. Be a good time. And we're gonna get out of here because it is getting a little sun's closing. It's time for us to go take care of dinner, take care of our cats, make sure they're all situated and put away, and get something to eat. And I got editing to do and some wrestling to watch while I do it. So until next week, y'all know where y'all can find us. Y'all see this Thursdays, 10 a.m. in the morning. So until next time, we look forward to doing this again. We'll catch you later.
Peace.
Loading snacks.